Okay, why don't you give me a quick intro, who you are, your job, what you got going on?
Okay. My name is Melissa. I am a pediatric occupational therapist, which I've been for 6.5 years now.
Thanks.
Um, yeah, so exciting.
Awesome.
What else do you want to know?
General area of where you live is always good.
Okay. Yeah, I live in Moorhead, Minnesota. Um,
Perfect.
good old born and raised.
We love it. Okay, where was your running before we started working together?
Yeah. So before I started working with Coach Mac, I had just completed my first half,
Yeah.
I think, um, where I've just found an online like training plan and tried to follow that as best as I could. And it wasn't super successful. It got me through the half marathon. But yeah, after that, I really did want to continue running, and I got a big goal in my brain of running a 50K. And I knew for a fact that this was not something that I would be able to just follow an online training plan for because of the fact that I needed some accountability. And I also just didn't know what training plan would be good and when to start and what that could look like. And so I knew Mac from high school and running together and have just seen all of your things online. So I reached out and I was like, do you work with people that are not moms that also have goals that are pretty crazy? And right away you're like, yes, I do. Um, and so right from the beginning, Mac was like, love big goals. Let's get you to that 50K. And I was like, great. I'm at a mile. I'm running a mile maybe and slow. Um, and I'm just going to continue going. I don't know if you had other questions to kind of guide me,
No,
but
you can keep
um,
going, whatever you're feeling.
okay. And so Mac made it super easy. We found a race for kind of not necessarily halfway, but for the end of the first training block, which was another half marathon, which I PR'd in. I don't even know by how much, but it was a good amount. And it felt so good to run it. And then we took a couple weeks off and then went into our next training plan. And she got me there all the way through the 50K, which was crazy that I came to you with this, I have run a half marathon and now I want to do an ultra marathon on trails when I do not live in elevation nor near trails,
Yeah, I know.
nor have any idea what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And you from the very beginning were just like, yeah, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll help you get there. And you have the entire way. Just have been cheering me on, and it's been so great to work with you. And I could not have made that big goal happen had it not been for your guidance.
You're so sweet. That was so great. Honestly, also you are such just the perfect athlete. You commit, you show up, you do the little things, you work hard, and you know it's gonna be tough, but you're willing to put in the work. So obviously I had the plan, the goals, but so much of it is also you, the athlete. So you gotta give yourself.
Thanks. Well, it's easy. I love the stuff that you're putting out right now. Well, you have been for a while, but
Yeah.
just if you don't want to put in the work to find a training plan and to figure out how to do X, Y, and Z, you truly customize the plans. Weekly, you're checking in. How are you doing? How did your workout go? How's the strength training? What could go better? what went really well, whatever, and then adjust my plan based on however that week was. So some weeks we really ramped some things up. Some weeks we really had to take some steps back. And that you just don't find on an internet plan.
No.
And you also don't have an internet plan that's starting with where you're at. Like, you can look online, and that's what I had to do for my first half marathon, is I had to do so much looking online, because every single plan was like, you're going to start out running a mile today, and then by the weekend you're going to be running 3. I'm like, how? That simply is going to be a no for me.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Yeah. So
yeah, no, I never really thought about it in that way. Like, it doesn't meet you where you are currently starting from, like so many of those free plans. That is definitely a good point. When did you decide to finally pull the trigger and hire me?
Well, I know I got a Black Friday deal with you.
Oh wow, that must have been like a year ago. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, has it been a year?
Yeah,
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, when did I? But yeah, I think it was last year. Because I really had this plan in my head of like, yeah, I should do that, and I should actually commit to this big goal that sounds crazy and wild. And then I saw something of yours that popped up that you were talking about a Black Friday sale or something, and I was like, I wonder if Mac would coach me. And I was like, I have this feeling every now and again, I get this like feeling inside of like, when I start thinking about something, I'm like, I just have to do it.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I have to reach out immediately and ask. And so I did. And you're like, yeah. And I was like, great. When can we start? After we had our initial phone call, I just knew.
Yeah. Good.
Like, yeah, this is going to be great.
Yeah. No, I feel like it's so big to act on those feelings. I'm huge on that, because I feel like once you like get out of that feeling, you almost like start to you overthink it, and you get scared, and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't. And then like it goes away, and then you like look back in a couple months, you're like, oh, I should have just done it. So like, good for you for like jumping in and doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Which makes like this break right now, it's really good because I just need it, and I just don't have the time to commit to running like I had. But I'm also like really sad about this being like a little break, because I'm like, I really do love running. I really do love the plans that Mac creates, and just like the community that you've created with amateur athletics, and in this new app that you have, where you have all of these athletes together, and you are like prompting us to answer your questions every week. Not that I've been great at it, because I haven't really been, hadn't been running super consistently, but it's just like, it's such a cool thing that you're doing. And I think, again, like, as I have been reflecting, I'm like, had you not stepped into this role of like, I'm creating a business, I'm going to put my knowledge, and I'm going to be vulnerable and put myself out there and see what happens.
Yeah.
And see if people will hire me.
Yeah.
And because you did that, now look at like what you've created.
Yeah.
And how many people you're helping achieve their goals because of that cool thing that you did, which I think is so cool.
Thank you for saying that. It's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, it definitely started. I feel like you were one of my first like big athletes that like had a really big goal and was like ready to go. So I'm glad you're here. What has been like the biggest shifts you've made in running?
Oh, easy. I'm like, what have I? No. The one huge thing that I learned from Mac, despite having, run through high school, is not all of your runs need to be fast, nor should they be fast.
Yeah.
And, and to add in a speed workout, which the training plans would have that, but I just kind of viewed like, a run is a run. I'm running a long distance. I'm not going to be fast at it.
Yeah.
And the goal was at that point was just to finish it. But it wasn't until working with you that I really understood the importance of that, but then also the importance of running your other runs, not trying to be super fast at all. So like it was really good in knowing that, because I would have runs. I was like in the best shape of my life getting ready for this 50K. Besides probably high school when I was actually like running faster than I am now. But having some runs where I'm running like an 11:30 mile, and then going and doing like mile repeats where I'm doing 5 miles, like just on the speed part. And I'm going like, gosh, I can't even remember what it was. I remember like sending you messages like every time I did them. I'm like, for a while it was like, I'm under a 9-minute mile. I'm under a 8-minute mile. And I think at one point I was like near a 7-minute mile, or I don't even remember. But it's like, I am fast. And the next day or 2 days later when I go on my next run, it's okay that I'm running an 11:30 mile. And that's our bodies also need a change in pace.
We need
that recovery time.
Structure. Yes, for sure. That's cool.
And
go ahead.
And that PRs happen that way, where before it's like you're always trying to run as fast as you can to get, like, that's how I had been doing it. And with the variable speeds, I got a PR in my marathon.
Right? Yeah. Who knew that? Running slow,
I'm running
there
slower than how I was during my training before in most of my runs, and yet.
Which is so hard. So many athletes just even you ran in high school, and like you fall into that, just like, I gotta run hard, I gotta run faster to like PR, and it's just like a hard like loop track, because it makes sense. You're like, if I run faster, then I'll run faster, but you don't know that you have to, like, take those steps back. So if someone was considering working with me, what would you tell them?
Do it. No, I've told so many people about you, because I think everyone needs a coach, Mac. I, again, kind of like what I've already said, if you need somebody, one, for some accountability, Mac is great at that, and she's so encouraging and is just so kind, and checks in, which I needed. But at the same time, she makes plans that are at your pace. And I think that part is the part that so many people miss. And I've had a lot of conversations with people too who have said, I hate running. Running is not for me. Which I do believe that there's some people that maybe running isn't for them, and that's not the way that they most enjoy moving their body, which is fine. Like, the issue with that is, I mean, starting out just kind of sucks. Like, regardless. It's hard. It's hard now trying to run again, after doing a lot of running. But Mac, you create plans that are where we're at. So it's like, you aren't going to put us into a situation where we have to go out and run, 2 miles. If we are at a point where we can run half of a mile and die in the process, it's like, you make it so that, one, it's challenging, it's not easy, but at the same time it is building you a base that is sustainable, that isn't going to cause injury, that is at a pace in which you can achieve. So that's one. I think people can enjoy running. I think we just start out too fast, and you make plans that help us not do that. Also, you add in specific, you create these plans weekly and are like specialized every single week. You get a new plan with like the days of the week that are available for you to go running. So you don't have to worry about like finding a plan that works for you or having to switch it all around the dates or whatever. And then you also add in speed workouts and strength training workouts. And it's all, again, very specialized. So me wanting to do a 50K, we did a lot of speed training, but we also did a lot of hills.
Yep.
And we did, again, things that were like specific to what I needed. We did a lot of strength training. I was doing PT, and Mac incorporated those, and then other also exercises in to do our strength training days. The warm-ups that you give us, the additional information, like you're just a wealth of knowledge. So like we're not just getting a running plan.
Yeah.
We're getting something very specialized. We're getting accountability. We're getting our ability to ask you questions at any time. And then you also come out with little information things all of the time. Like you just posted one. I already forgot what it was because I didn't go and look at it. But like do nutrition ones, tips about running, tips about electrolytes, and shoes and gear, and like all of these things.
Yeah.
So it literally takes all of the hard things out of running, like the mental things.
Yeah.
You just have to show up and do whatever it is that Mac tells you to do.
Yeah, your brain doesn't have to work.
Sorry, Mac, I didn't do that this week. She's like, okay, we'll figure it out. I'll figure it out for you for next week.
Yeah. That's so true.
I think it truly is money well worth it.
Oh.
I know, well, I guess I don't know, but the price can seem steep for running.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't think it is when you can do all of it outside and you have a coach that's so personalized, but I can understand why people wouldn't want to pay for it. But I just see so much value in it.
Oh.
Where it's like you're getting a lot of time back because you're not having to do the stuff that Mac is doing for you.
Yeah.
And you just really get to enjoy running.
Oh. Yeah, I love that. Which is why we run too, because you gotta love it. It's gotta be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Well, that was super sweet.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to add? You've said so many sweet, awesome words, and I've loved that I've gotten to coach you.
No, I just have really, really enjoyed this process. And even though I'm taking like a little bit of a break now, like I'm already starting to think about what I want to do next. Yeah. And I'm like, sure, Mac's going to be a part of that. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. Yeah. No, this time has just been so, I don't even know the right words to say. Like, I just appreciate you so much, and the amount of energy and time that you have poured into me. You're putting so much work into it. And if we're looking at the amount of work that you're doing for us every month compared to what I'm paying you, it's like dirt.
I love it.
But truly, I have really appreciated you and the time that you've taken out, because I know you also have a family and a precious little boy, and you are also working and teaching and all of the things, like, and you still make a priority to answer all of my questions timely and get back to me and check in and make these awesome plans and create this community. Like, it's awesome.
Well, thank you for saying that. Well, thank you, Melissa. You're the best.
You're the best. I love being a hype girl for people that are easy to be a hype girl for, and you're one of them.